Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy, Bill Belichick. That's right. Hoodie is in the building right now. I'm going to explain to you guys why I got my hoodie on in a second, man. Feeling amazing right now, as I always do, because happiness is not a place. It's a choice. So I actually choose, no matter what's going on in my life, to be happy, damn it, because I only get one lap around this damn planet. And guess what? I ain't going to waste a moment. So loving life, and thank you guys for your viewership, Brinks TV, Reach TV, and your membership on Wiley's World. And today we have a winner of this nice Metro Boomin' Pioneer DJ kit set. But I ain't going to say it to the end. I learned that from Media 101. All right, now let me explain to y'all why I'm wearing that hoodie right now. And let's get into what's up with that dude. Well, I am in full-time Mr. Mom duty. Not for good reason, but my wife had to leave. She had to go home to see the family, had to go check up on her moms who's not feeling the best right now. So she's going to be gone for the weekend. And it's crazy. We always talk about how resilient kids are, and they truly are. You could put a kid through anything, and they're just going to come back with a positive attitude and spirit if you haven't beaten it out of them yet, socializing them. So it's so crazy because I see that all the time. Parents not responding to their kids, so all of a sudden the kid doesn't have the same amount of energy in that conversation and that connection. Next thing you know, that kid is now having that energy with their friends and their peers. That seems good, except who's the leader? When they get older, adolescence, puberty, etc. Who's leading who? It's the blind leading the blind, 13-year-olds trying to figure it out. So you got to always keep that communication connection going. I digress. But I'm Mr. Mom right now. I got to do all this work, so I'm putting a hoodie on because right now I'm trying to be the man up in here, and these kids ain't listening. Nah, my kids are actually amazing. I know how to bribe my kids, like everybody. Bribing to me just basically means you want something, you're going to have to earn it, right? So tonight, my kids want pizza. Guess what? I need to see you guys on your best behavior all day, including school, and then we go order some pizza. I make it real simple. You want something, there's a goal in mind, and there has to be an effort to achieve the goal. That's how I live. So that's going down right now in case y'all see me on Monday looking a mess, because I had one hell of a weekend. All right, what else happened? On the way home, dropping the kids off this morning, the police almost got me. So I'm riding, and I see on the shoulder one of the California Highway Patrol motorcycle cops, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever. So then next thing I know, he just darts over next to my car and looks in the car. Now, at that time, I'm in the Tesla, so it's driving itself. Let's just say I was doing a little work, right? An email or a text or two, right? So you can do that in a Tesla. I don't recommend you to do that if you ain't in a Tesla. So anyway, he mustn't get a good enough look. So then he darts around to the other side, the driver's side, to try and get a look. At that time, I swear, the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ slapped the phone out my hand. It fell on the floor, and I grabbed the water bottle while he was trying to look, and he was like, ooh, I'm about to get this dude. And I'm grabbing a water bottle like this, not even looking at him. But you know I play football. I know what that receiver doing over there, trying to crack back. That receiver trying to come back and get me. So I'm laughing like, oh, he can't get me now. And then he just sped away. Yeah, get up out of here, Poncherello. I know what's happening. Anybody that's old knows that reference. All right, last thing I got to point out, this Sunday actually, so Monday's show will be our 5-month anniversary. I'm corny as hell. 5 months. We have a 5-month anniversary of doing this show, but 4 months of doing it daily. And I am proud of you guys because of your support. We have over 76,000 subscribers and Wiley's World members in just 4 to 5 months. Whoa, it's about to be electric over here, baby. We getting it in. All right, speaking of getting it in, let's talk about my man Neil Everett, who is now getting out of ESPN. Yes, he's leaving ESPN, the 4 letters, after 23 years of service. So the famous SportsCenter anchor confirmed he's the latest on-air talent to leave during the Walt Disney Company's mandated downsizing of ESPN's on-air and TV talent. So one source said Everett was offered a new deal at a reduced salary and turned it down, similar to what Kenny Mayne did. Y'all remember that in 2021. Another said his contract was not renewed. Now, let's talk about this. he was offered a 61% pay cut, Kenny Mayne, back in 2021. Why does that matter? So now you're saying that Neil Everett was offered a reduced salary, probably in that same world. You're making $1 million. All of a sudden, now you're making what, $390,000? Not the end of the world, but it's a different world. Let's just be real about that. So, was he offered a new deal, reduced salary, or no deal at all? Let's continue to talk through it. He's 61 years old, and he's been the man forever. From Portland, we all know, did 15 years in Hawaii. That's why he always starts off with the aloha and get some love from there. Was working with Stan Everett, I should say, from 2009. And let me tell you when I knew the writing was on the wall. It was going to be a wrap for my boy. When Ashley Brewer showed up, and that's my homie right there. We had the same agent as well. We did some work together on ABC years ago. And when Ashley showed up, they had the 3-man-woman rotation going, right? And I thought that was interesting because they're in here in LA and they got 3 people working the show that only needs 2. Is somebody taking off that often? So I was already like, ooh, they about to lower the ceiling on this show right here. But they still made it a few years from that point. We know the budget cuts are real. We know that in this situation, somebody had to go. Now let's talk about it. Why you think that Neil left? I'll tell you why I think he left. Because he was tired of the conversation or the reality of taking less, right? To do the same thing when there are more things out there to do than ever. He covers the pregame, postgame for the Portland Trail Blazers. He has other interests outside of this. And at this point in his life, 61 years old, you're like, dude, am I getting the same meaning? Am I getting the same fulfillment? And let's be real, am I getting the same compensation? Because I'm going to do the same work. And now all of a sudden they're saying take less. Why would I take less when there are more opportunities out there? I just got to bet on myself. Pretty scary to do at 61 years old, but still something that you should always put your bet on yourself. So the content space is so robust. We know he's going to find his way, going to find his niche, and he's going to get it in. So those side hustles that he used to have now have become the main gig. The last part about this was interesting because it was brought to my attention that we know Stan Verrett's black man. We know Ashley Brewer, white woman. So that's a minority too. People don't even say that a lot of times. See a white woman, you ain't think she a minority. But like, oh, I forgot, she a woman. That is a minority. Even though they're the majority in this world, I don't know. That's what they just say. But I did know this. Woo, Neil, you were in trouble when they had a 3-man woman set and you were just a white male. I was like, in today's world, brother, you're going to find out what it feels like to be a minority. So now he's the odd man out in this situation. Y'all, what y'all think of the move? You think it was a good move? You think he's going to land on his feet? Think it's going to be a struggle without him? You think it's going to be a struggle for him going forward? Let's go in those comments and talk it through. All right, y'all, coming up next on Never Shut Up. Wow, an ex-NFL Florida State player, Travis Rudolph, for y'all who don't know, was found not guilty of murder and attempted murder charges. You know, I heard that headline. I said, we got to talk about this because nobody else going to talk about this. Next, what a crazy story on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reach TV. Man, this dude was living out a rap video, y'all. Y'all got to check this out. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy, Marcellus, Wiley. Thanking you for your viewership. That's Brinks TV, Reach TV, membership on YouTube, Wiley's World. Keep coming. We are growing around these parts. And somebody is winning around these parts. This Pioneer DJ Kit. Who is this going to be? DJ Scratch. Yeah, another DJ. I told you I know all the DJs. This is DJ Scratch right now. That's going to be a Wiley's World member. Get the whole Pioneer DJ Kit. Let's get into this story right now. I shouldn't even did that. Damn, Freud was right. I'm about to talk about this dude who got off not guilty of murder charges. And here I go starting off like this. Ja Morantin out here. All right. So an ex-NFL Florida State player, Travis Rudolph, found not guilty of murder and attempted murder charges. Woo! Y'all thought y'all had a rough day. This sucker before that not guilty verdict was having some rough days. Imagine that, the fate of your entire future and life in the hands of, 12 people you don't even know? Goodness. So Travis Rudolph, former wide receiver from the Florida State. Oh, let go. Name a chant better than that. Name one. Oh, let go. The only thing that's hyper than that is the Penn State whiteout. When everybody's wearing it, like nobody's acting a fool and trying to be the one. Everybody whiting out, that's sick as well. They need to combine the two. So he played at Florida State, and he also was in the NFL, was found not guilty on these charges in Palm Beach County. All right, so he faced one count of first-degree premeditated murder. The worst crime in our country, this world, I would assume, right? And 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder in connection with a shooting in 2021. He argued that the shooting was in self-defense. Now, every time I hear someone's defense, especially when it's not guilty, like you can see somebody on camera and go like this, bah, 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 bah. I tried to kill him and I got him, yeah. And then they go to court and they say, not guilty. You be like, dog, we saw you on camera. You even admitted it on camera. But in this one, it was interesting. He went and said, not guilty, self-defense. All right. So he was found on all counts, not guilty, and was released from house arrest. Okay, so what happened? On the first day of the murder trial, they broke this thing down. All right, so Travis Rudolph, prosecutor said, was the aggressor the night as 4 men showed up to his door and Rudolph shot 39 rounds at them as they fled following a fight, okay? So the state showed the jurors a surveillance video of bullets flying from Rudolph's semi-automatic rifle as he chased them down the street. So far we got dudes coming here to my house, to my crib, on my doorstep. All of a sudden, we fighting, and all of a sudden, y'all running, and I'm running after y'all, shooting after you. So far, that's the scene as it's portrayed. So the 4 men arrived when Rudolph's girlfriend, here we go. What did I tell y'all? Every single fight, and I don't mean it in an absolute sense, but I mean like 99% of every single incident I've ever heard from any dude involves 2 things, a woman or money. So I always ask when my boy got a problem, I'll be like, how much or what's her name? It's always coming down to that. Come on, dudes, do better. All right, so his girlfriend, Dominique Jones, contacted those 4 dudes, claiming Rudolph had assaulted her after she found texts from other women on his phone telling them to come up and shoot up the house. Did y'all catch that? So she is on his phone, which means she's invading his privacy. He ain't gonna say, here's my phone. Oh, by the way, I got texts from other women. So she done probably got the code, over there sneaking in and got the code and checking it out. Text from other women. Now, she sends out the alert to 4 dudes, come shoot up the house. One of those men was the girlfriend's brother, of course. He is blinded by the relationship, blinded by emotion. Can't lie, my sister told me to do something like that too. Okay. Okay, anyway, so who testified he was throwing punches at Rudolph during the fist fight, but insisted no one pulled a gun and all 4 ran and got into their car. Okay, that sounds too simple, right? Y'all got a text to come shoot up the house. You actually show up and you on his front step, and then all of a sudden y'all get into a fight. But then y'all just run in y'all car and just try to leave? 1 dude versus 4? Not believing that. Okay, so we know the self-defense argument by Rudolph. So his attorney said he never began shooting until 2 of the men in the car pointed guns at him. Take him up, shoot him up, that. And then through the window, he saw somebody with a gun, and he was in fear for his life. Now that's interesting because you fighting somebody, all right, we fighting. Like, first of all, he probably showed up to the doorstep in his own house with the gun, right? So he's like, all right, we're going to just knuckle him up, squabble out, right? Like Unc said, teach your boy how to squabble, homie. You remember that in Snowfall? So they over there squabbling, right? And he already got that thing on him. And then he says he saw somebody in the car with a gun pointed at him, and then he was like, it's time to start shooting. I don't necessarily believe that as well. The truth lies somewhere in the middle of both of those stories. So we understand the response from the police department, double shooting. One man at the scene was taken to a local hospital for treatment, survived. Another man was found dead not far away, and that's what happened. So last thing from him, he commented after the verdict and said, I'm definitely going to celebrate with my family, get back to trying to play football. So he's trying to get his career back on track. Okay. He spent 2 seasons in the NFL as a player for the Giants and the Dolphins, for y'all who don't remember. Played 7 games for the Giants, caught some passes, 8 for 101, then signed to the Dolphins practice squad, tore his ACL. So the torn ACL you can recover from. I don't know if you can recover from the not guilty verdict, but you should be able to. But you know how this country and this world works. Some people will judge you, right? Then he signed to the CFL for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He ain't going back there. Nothing to do with anything that deals with ammunition, guns, bombers. He ain't playing for them after getting released. Okay, let's talk about it, because it's a video of him now on IG Live bumping Lil Durk and singing along to the lyrics. He already back, y'all. He back. He fully back. He back in them streets. I just want y'all to understand how easy it is to spin the wheel of the vicious cycle in this world. Her suspicions, probably validated, of course, but her suspicions led to her insecurity to not trusting him, right? All for good reason, probably, but still invading his privacy, go through his phone. She goes through his phone, sees exactly what she's looking for. That's why you're looking in the first place. You don't look through stuff and then find it and be acting like you're surprised. There was a reason why you went looking in the first place. Then you call your brother and his boys to come kill him or at least shoot up the house. He comes out, it's his house. He got the strap on him. He fights. All of a sudden, he don't want to fight anymore. Whether they pulled a gun or he already got a gun and back, somebody's dead. It all starts with something this small. So make sure that you guys out there who want to live a great life, do it big in this world, make sure you take care of the little things, including your insecurity. If you're that insecure, leave the man, because not situations like this can happen. Coming up next on Never Shut Up, speaking of leaving, my boy, my assistant coach on my football team, Reggie Bush, could be done at Fox. Wow. It ain't me, y'all. I did not tell him to leave Fox like I did. That's on Reggie. And he may be replaced again by Mark Ingram. Oh, we got to talk through this story next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reads TV. Back. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. Ooh, Egyptian lover over here. Man, thanking y'all for your viewership, Brinks TV, Reads TV, and your membership into Wiley's World YouTube. Well, somebody's going to win this today, but I'm going to make your ass wait to the end of this show, like even after Wileyisms. Boy, I ain't right, but it's free 99 to one of our Wiley's World members. And I actually know who it is already, so I'm just keeping the secret. All love. Oh, let's talk about somebody that I know very well leaving Fox. His name is Reggie Bush. Oh, I heard y'all. Y'all know him very well as well. So he's leaving Fox potentially and may be replaced by Mark Ingram. Well, I know one thing. If Reggie's leaving somewhere, it's going to be fast. That sucker still can run. Like, you just see us when we out here coaching, and then the kids take off for a touchdown. His son Uriah, my son MJ, I'm chasing after them one leg. I got a kickstand. I'm doing this. Reggie over there gliding. I'm like, God dang, how fast? And then I start analyzing how he runs. I look at his ankles. I was looking like, how he run so fast? What did he do different? And so it's amazing. But 12 years after Mark Ingram replaced Reggie Bush with the New Orleans Saints, he may do something similar at Fox. Damn, ain't nothing crazier than the world repeating itself, right? Deja vu or something. Andrew Marchand of the New York Post reported that that Bush looks set to exit Fox and that Ingram may retire from the NFL and take Bush's spot on Big Noon Kickoff. Can't lie, when I read the article, I was already sitting there like, wow, it's true. Let me take y'all back. I'm always honest with y'all. That morning, I got a text message. Now, this is funny. I see Reggie twice a week. He's coming over on Saturday, tomorrow. And he never brought this up. Okay, when I was leaving Fox, I used to see Reggie. I didn't bring up my situation, right? It's weird, like when you're the news, you really don't talk about it because one, you assume a lot of people know, and two, you want to keep a separation between church and state, private and public. You don't always want to walk around like you are the man when you're with your boys. So we don't talk business as much as I think fans assume we do. So anyway, he didn't mention any of this, but that text I got that morning was basically, Marcellus, talk to Reggie because Reggie is about to be a free agent. And I'm like, really? That doesn't make any sense. Then I read this article. Now it makes a ton of sense. Okay, so let's talk through this situation. Some of the candidates, if it's not Mark Ingram, because he's still not sure if he's going to retire or not, they were looking before RG3. They looked at Desmond Howard. And it all started around a financial dispute last year that Reggie had with Fox. And he was like, all right, I'm going to sign a 1-year deal. Go forward. Well, that 1-year deal is over, reportedly, and now they can't come to terms on what's his compensation. All right. So basically, I think what's most interesting about this is, Fox leans into the Big 12, right? And that's going to have USC from the former Pac-12. And it's like Matt Leiner's already on the show, Reggie Bush on the show. Why would you want to mess with that? We know that ESPN got their SEC love, right? They got that on lock. So Fox, y'all have the Big 12 on lock. Those are the two biggest super conferences. Let's have some fun. So why the shakeup when you bringing in SC and you got the guy from SC? Okay, let me give y'all the cocktail. Let me give y'all the formula that the executives are using and looking at. It always boils down to who is the better player and better personality. But it's a blend, and they lean towards the better player, but that better personality could jump out as well. So let's have a little fun with this. And this is kind of eye-opening too. In college, who was the better player? I say Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush to me is top 5 all time ever to play college football. All time. Yes, I know. Barry Sanders, I give him that. I might even throw Deion in there, Bo Jackson, but Reggie Bush is up in there, right? So if you want to say that, you will go Reggie Bush. But then pro career, as much as I was sitting there like about to say Reggie, Mark Ingram played longer, more yards, more touchdowns, more Pro Bowl, 3 Pro Bowls, not more. Reggie didn't even make the Pro Bowl. So you're like, who's the better player? Top 5 all-time college? Or a guy who was a better pro? Better personality. Now, Reggie is so popular. He is so like just everywhere, household name, that sometimes he's more reserved than not. He ain't out there trying to say, yoo-hoo. He ain't peacocking as much as a Mark Ingram is. Mark Ingram builds himself up as a personality on a podcast. Familiar. LaShawn McCoy built himself up as a personality on a podcast. And now LaShawn McCoy is there, potentially going to be on Undisputed now. Mark Ingram may be the next in line. So who's the better personality? Mark Ingram is, right? Wow. What just happened? Mark Ingram, a better personality and a better player, you can argue? That means he may get that job easily, because if Reggie Bush can't get fully compensated what he thinks he's valued, then he's going to dipset. He's going to be out of there. Kind of mind-blowing when you add all those things up in one pot. That's what the executives did. So sometimes it's a smart play to say, hey, enough is enough. Can't pay you exactly what you want because we got somebody else over here who would take what we'll give them, and they actually going to give us maybe a little more. All right, y'all. Coming up next on Never Show Up, my favorite segment, Wiley's Worldwide. I don't know. I love talking to y'all. We're going to talk to y'all. Mikey P will be in the building. We're going to talk to some members out there and finally get to our Wileyism and give this up. As Drew Downs said, give it up, give it up, give it to me. I'm going to hook y'all up next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reach TV. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus. Wiley, transition? Yeah, I could transition from this up rock to this break dancing, man. Thanking y'all for your viewership. Brinks TV, Reach TV, membership, YouTube, Wiley's World. Woo! Who's the winner of this? I don't know. I ain't going to say it yet. I'm going to wait till after my Wileyism. I know, minutes away, right? Back to you, Bob. Okay, man. Y'all know we about to get it in right now on Wiley's World. So let's bring in Mikey P, who is our beautiful model to show you how you can co-host this show with me. Mikey P, what it do, baby?
That dude, you already know it's Free Swag Away Friday, but also it's Rapid Fire Friday. But wait. We're doing that last. First, we're going to open with some football. We got a couple of football topics. First, Bryce Young has been elevated to QB1 for the Panthers ahead of mandatory 3-day camp next week. You just met him recently. Does this come as a surprise? And tell us a little bit about Bryce after you met him.
It doesn't come as a surprise. You drafted him number 1 overall, so he needs to be number 1 overall on your depth chart as well. It makes just total sense. Like, the worst feeling when you're playing pro sports is when you know for sure who's going to start and you're just going through the motions and it's inevitable that it's not going to be you, right? So I'm the number 1 starter coming into camp. I'm PJ, whoever it may be. Stop. We know who it's going to be, right? Because this is how it goes. I've been in this situation before where it's like, all right, I'm the second round guy, so sooner or later I'm going to get my reps. And I'm going against other guys who are lower drafted, right? So coach looks at the guy who is drafted higher and says this, oh, that was a good throw, Bryce. That was a good throw. And then he sees the other guy threw the same exact throw. And you know what he says to him? You know what? I think you should release from a different point. If I were you, I would just, lift the elbow up, okay? So on good throws, the other guy gets critiqued where Bryce gets encouraged. Now, on bad throws, Bryce throws an incompletion, hits the dude in the foot. He's like, you know what? That wasn't necessarily the route he should have ran, Bryce. But good eyes, brother, good eyes. Always pumping him up. Now, meanwhile, the dude who's drafted lower do the same damn thing. He said, what are you seeing out there? What are you doing? Like, my golly, coach, don't make it so damn captain obvious, right? So pretty obvious he was going to be the number 1 starter for this team because he was the number 1 pick overall. When I met him, his character. Like, seriously, and it's corny, it's cliche, his character. You just look at him and you know he is going to be all in. He's going to be a leader. He's going to be somebody that's going to lead the troops. He reminds me of Jalen Hurts, but a different skill set, a different talent level. So it's a Jalen Hurts remix in terms of character and leadership. But that arm, woo, that's silly right there.
All right, yeah, they probably got one look at Andy Dalton, and they were like, oh, we got to go to Bryce.
Yeah, they ain't even had to look at Andy, and they knew that. They was like, Andy Dalton still here? Nah, we gone. Let's move on.
Shots fired. All right, moving on. So the Las Vegas Raiders could add Carson Wentz as an alternative if Jimmy G's foot injury takes longer to heal than expected. Is this a good fit for Carson Wentz with Josh McDaniels, with a receiving core led by Devontae Adams? If not, where is the best fit for Carson Wentz? And I'll even ask you this as a bonus. Can he salvage his early career success, or is he washed?
Yeah, I know you're no body language expert, but you could have stopped all them questions from as soon as you said Carson Wentz. I am not a believer. Let me say this. I have respect for every single NFL player ever, because I know how hard it is to make it to the NFL. I mean, the bottom dude, the worst guy ever in the league is better than your daddy. Yes, unless your daddy played in the league. So, okay, that said, now we're talking a relative experience. Carson Wentz's brain, you remember those commercials? This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. He's not on drugs. His brain is just scrambled. Like, he has lost his way. And it's just facts. Like, you can actually see it. Like, and I'm not even trying to talk bad about him. I'm not trying to skip Bayless this moment. I'm trying to tell y'all this is how it goes. When you're a black belt, like I'm a black belt in football. Now, what degree? 5th degree black belt. What is Tom Brady? 500th degree black belt, right? But the point is, I'm a black belt, and I know what it looks like when you can do something and when you can't. And Tom Brady always exemplified that until last season you started to see a little bit of an issue. You also see that with Carson Wentz, but man, the guy just is in his own way. He lacks the leadership. Between the ears, he lacks it. He doesn't rally the troops. On the field, he doesn't see the obvious. He's bored with his success. He takes risks unnecessarily. He's just all over the place right now. So I wouldn't bet on him. That doesn't mean I can't be wrong, right? Like, Vegas wins most of the time, but we win sometimes too. He could prove me wrong. I'm not Vegas in this conversation, but I would not bet on him. I don't see it coming.
Yeah, it's a shame. I witnessed that firsthand as a Philly fan, but it is what it is, right? So moving on, though, you know what time it is. It is Rapid Fire Friday, and this time we're going to do it right. It's got to be like
Ja Morant. All right, let's do it.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions. It's not just sports, and you got to answer them right away. All right? Sound good?
All right, let's go.
Ready to go. All right, best landing spot for CP3. Ready, go.
Phoenix. Stay still.
Song you were most excited to play at the golf event you just DJ'd at.
Justin Herbert.
Okay.
This is too easy. This is the slowest rapid fire ever go.
Would you ever go skydiving?
No.
If you could invite an old-time professional athlete of sport over for dinner, who would you invite?
Barry Sanders. We ain't gonna talk about much.
Nice. Sour Patch Kids or Swedish Fish?
Say it again.
Sour Patch Kids or Swedish Fish?
What did you say, Jada Kiss? Well, I don't even know what you said.
Swedish
Sour
Fish.
Patch. Swedish Fish? Oh, I've never even had that, so Sour Patch wins by default. All right.
Wow.
I've never even heard of that.
Fantasy football. Do you play or are you on the sidelines?
I think it's corny, and I judge everyone who does it. And I do play it. Yes, I do play it, but I hate myself when I play it. And by week 8, I'm out because I hate it because of injuries and trades, and it's stupid, and people are way too far into it. And I'm like, watch the real games as much as you do as this fantasy stuff. Shut up! But I hate myself because I do it too.
Yeah, that was an extended version, but all right. Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon?
Kimmel.
Oh. If Brock Purdy can't start week 1, Trey Lance or Sam Darnold?
Silence is deadly. Neither. Oh, let me start. Trey Lance. Good Lord. I love Sam Darnold, but damn, he heading Carson Wentz way. He better go the other way.
When you last had hair, did you sport a mohawk at any time of your life?
Never had a mohawk. One day I did want one. Realized I would never want to be Mr. T in real life because I was like, that's an act. He don't walk around here saying he pity fools. So I was like, nope, no more mohawk.
All right. Boston Celtics, should they keep Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown together?
Yes. They're both great. They're just that close. Don't give up when you're that close. You're going to end up going backwards.
All right. What is a hidden talent or something that people don't know about you they'd be surprised about?
Ooh, I wish they didn't know, but a lot of people do know. If you've been on my Wikipedia, I am the national typewriting champion, 1988.
Nice.
Yes, 82 words a minute, 1 error. I am faster than any secretary you've ever met. Yes, even with the crooked fingers, even with the gang signs I throw up, I can out-type all y'all. All
right, I'm cutting you short. Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson. Sorry, Layla.
Nice. If a celebrity you did not know well had something in their teeth, would you tell them?
Yes. I don't even understand people who don't. Like you're not a real friend if you don't. Like, what? People are corny. How insecure are you with your friend? You can't even tell me you got an eye booger. Yeah, you got an eye booger. Your breath stink too. Hey, fool, cut your hair. Like, dog, that is not personal. You look a mess. You know what's personal? You suck as a person.
Pie or cake?
Neither. Cake. I'm not a sweet. I like chips and crunch. I don't like sweets, but I do eat cake.
All right. Favorite football player growing up?
Eric Dickerson and John Elway. Woo! Love both of them.
Nice. Do you sing in the shower?
Not as much as I used to. No, I'm in and out the shower now. Nah, I can't. I sing in the studio. I can't sing. I barely have a voice for this show, let alone singing in the shower.
Yeah,
when I am not on air, I
am
quiet. Yes,
sir. Are you good at beer pong? 2 more.
I've never played it in my life, for real. I've seen it. I've been around it. Oh, no, I did. I played Gronk on TV one time, but that was just for TV. When they said cut, I was like, all right, so what did we just do? I don't remember. Okay.
Gronk had you beat, I'm sure. All right, can the Sixers win it all if James Harden stays?
No.
Ouch. And lastly, Game 4 tonight, NBA Finals. Who you got, Heat or Nuggets? Nuggets up 2-1?
Nuggets.
Oh,
21-piece McDonald's chicken nuggets. We got that going. All right.
Oh, man. All right, that is it for Rapid Fire Friday. Thank you for playing. That was definitely much better than last week, but still, we might have to work on a little bit. We'll see. All right.
I love how you said we. I ain't do nothing. You did all the work. Put it on me. Coach, you called that play. Don't be yelling at me. Oh, no. That was great, man. That was fun. I didn't know when it was going to end at the Sweeter Fish. What is it? Sweeter Fish? I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Oh,
I can't believe you never had them.
Fish. Oh, I have not. Thank you, Mikey P, my man. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we end every show with a Wileyism, especially on Friday, free swag away. We're going to have to do that after this Wileyism. All right, so we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Oh, y'all know me. I am an open book, and if I want it, I'm going to give it first. I do not demand of you something I have not already offered. So that's why I think I'm living a very fulfilled life. However, I have no one else's psyche, mentality to actually reference. I don't know how you're feeling about your life, but I do know when I'm not feeling at my absolute best, the best way to get right back to that place is to give exactly what you want. Seriously. Like if you want people to be nice to you, you know what you should do? Be nice to people. Instead of walking in the rooms asking yourself, oh, when they going to be nice to me? Walking in the rooms, when they going to speak to me? You want people to speak to you? Speak to them first. You know, I don't care who it is, the gangster, the bully, the mean one, gooch, the gooch, whoever it is. Boy, a smile or crack them open, right? You go out to somebody, ever see them on the side or the dance floor, holding up the wall, whatever, nervous. You walk up to them and say, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Right? Immediately melts all of that, man. So no matter what you're pursuing in this world, remember not only the goal in mind, but the journey in terms of the motivations and emotions you need to get there. So if you ever get lost on that journey or feel a little less on that journey, just give exactly what you want to get. Because we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. That would do it. Psych. Y'all were like, you better give me my gift. Okay, I got a gift right now. And y'all ready for it? This Pioneer DJ kit set is going to my man, Wiley World member Frank A. Confetti time. Bye-bye, Frank A. This is yours. I'm going to send you a lot more than that. Get it out the light. Yes, this is for you. What was it, Vanna White? No, she didn't do that. It was one of the Price is Right girls like Claudia Jordan. Yes, let me do it. This is yours and everything that comes with it. I'll autograph it, hook you up, all the above. Love you guys. Have an amazing weekend. Send prayers to my family up in Canada, my mother-in-law especially, and send prayers to me, Mr. Mom. I'm here with the itty bitties all weekend. It is going down. Love you guys. See you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Hey! And congrats, Frank A. Congrats, I say. Frank A., you're a winner, brother.